Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Recap, a Guys Review. Happy Friday, TGIF, everybody, TGIF. What a weird week it's been. 2021 has been weird. We're like, let's just get over 2020, and then 2021's like, hold my mimosa. And here we are, folks. So, as we know, yesterday morning, Chris Harrison was on Good Morning America. I spoke a lot about this, his interview with Michael Strahan. I knew it was going to be super chopped up. I knew it was going to be highly produced. I mean, look, the first clip of his was only 1 second long, and then they cut to cutaways, this and that. It was almost like this. The Good Morning America interview of Chris Harrison was, first of all, it was played to an audience that, for the most part, probably already doesn't want Chris Harrison canceled. He needs to play to audiences that listen to shareable media online. Audiences that listen to long-form conversations like you guys. That's the audience I think he needs to reach out to. Some people have mentioned, well, Chris Harrison is under very airtight contracts, so of course he's going to have to go on an ABC show. Then go on 60 Minutes. I don't know what to say other than I wasn't happy with the format of the interview, but that's what you get. You get a quick interview, and that's it. They're done. They want to keep people's attention, their audience. It's 8 a.m. The kids are getting ready for their Zoom class or whatever they're doing. The mom's running around doing her thing. I totally empathize with the audience not necessarily paying attention, but I think for this apology statement to live on in a long-form, shareable way, it needs to address very specific issues. So when Michael Strahan called his apology surface level, it's like, bro, what did you expect? I mean, you're doing a Zoom call for a 5-minute chat. That's broken up into a million ways. So I didn't like it. It's hard to judge. Very robotic. So nothing much to say about that. But he did apologize to Rachel Lindsay. Now, Rachel Lindsay has spoken about what she thought of his apology to Billy Bush. As we know, Billy Bush was canceled 3 years ago. The Jesus Christ of commentators, canceled 3 years ago, rises from the dead. Easter Sunday, Billy Bush gets a job back at Extra TV. Not exactly the Today Show, but he's working on things. He's got those, Where's Waldo glasses, just ready to go for it. All right, I'm done. Let's just play the interview, and then we'll talk about it. Read a couple of your comments. This is Billy Bush talking with Rachel Lindsay after she watched Chris Harrison's apology.
Rachel is here. Let's start there. So he directly addressed people who have been sending nasty stuff to you, which is unacceptable. How did you react when you saw that?
I wasn't expecting him, to address what's been going on with me, because this is the first time we've heard from Chris. But the fact that he did address the harassment and the hate that I've been receiving, I really appreciated that.
As for the overall apology, do you accept it?
I do accept the apology, Billy, and I think it's important for me to say that, because I haven't really talked about Chris and the statement, because I'm not trying to make this a Chris versus Rachel. But the fact that, once again, this isn't the first time he's apologized to me. He apologized again on GMA today, and I do accept that. And I think it's important for me to say that, because we need to move forward. And for us to move forward, I need to accept the apology so we can all be better from this situation, which is what we want.
What does moving forward look like? What's the best positive that could come out here?
I think that, listen, in 2020, it was all about people realizing things that they hadn't before. It was a level of awareness that was created that people hadn't necessarily recognized. And out of that also came conversations that we should be having, whether they're tough, uncomfortable, whatever it may be. Isn't that what this should be as well? It's bigger than just The Bachelor. It's bigger than just a reality TV show. There are a lot of issues that have come up because of this interview, and I think it's important that we continue the conversation. We continue to move forward, and I think that's the best thing that we can hope out of all of this.
We'll see if Chris Harrison is in the mix on those, and coming up later.
Oh, right, there it is, folks. That was quick. That was the best 90 seconds I've ever heard. I mean, listen, very, very interesting stuff here. I mean, every video I say it's interesting. I'm like, look at Dale's toes. Very interesting things here. All right, she says it's not a Chris versus Rachel issue. Too often in society, I feel like we want to, it's an evolutionary thing. We want to pick sides. I'm a Red Sox fan. I like the Patriots, okay? The Mets, get out of town. You kidding me? The Jets, go take a hike. It takes literally like an alien invasion for us to all come together. The only thing that brought Bachelor Nation all together in the last 2 years, maybe more, was those Taylor what's her name? Taylor Nolan tweets. Nothing like those Taylor Nolan tweets to make everyone put down their pitchforks and go, wow, she messed up. But this is a different story here. Rachel talks about wanting to move forward. So can't we all agree on this? And don't get me wrong, there's going to be a lot of people that leave comments on this video that didn't watch this video. It's just how it works. I wish there was a filter I could press that says, watch 5 minutes of it before you leave a comment there, Susan. Looking at you. But that's just not the case. So people are going to go, you know what? She doesn't need to stick her foot in other people's business or whatever. Like they're going to say their things. I'm just calling it out. Soothsayer Dave. Brostradamus over here. I'm a little tongue-tied right now. Speaking of fantasy suites, we got them next week, folks. Speaking of tongue-tied. All right, tongue punch them. Okay, so yeah. So she says we need to move forward. So I think we all can agree on that. Let's move forward. She accepts his apology. What's very interesting is, and I know people are going to comment on this, she said 2020 there was a level of awareness that was created. And look, a lot of the issues with the Chris Harrison interview were more about interrupting and belittling and not listening. You know, you ever get in a fight with your lady or your man and like, it's not about who's right or wrong. It's about just not feeling listened or loved. That's kind of what the interview was all about. Because Rachel Lindsay says 2020, a level of awareness was created. And that's true. The Black Lives Matter movement created a level of awareness that reached people that lived in the cul-de-sacs in the gated community, and it reached people that honestly might have had their head in the sand. So when Chris Harrison mentions that, are we judging this from a lens of 2018 versus 2021, it almost seems like they both can agree, I don't want to conflate their points of views, that things are different today than they were even yesterday. And that's a good thing, guys. We're not here to litigate the past. They've already had their talk. I made a ton of videos about it. We're not here to litigate the past. We're here to move forward. So Rachel Lindsay accepts Chris Harrison's apology, and now we move forward and kind of join the train of progress. We join the train of what Chris Harrison does next. Now, of course, if things go back to normal, well, shame on us. We're idiots. Because normalcy didn't work for everybody. It might have worked for you. It might have worked for me. But normalcy didn't work for everybody out there. So it's important not to just fall back to the norm, but show the progress. You know, I've talked a lot about Rachel Kirkconnell. I've talked a lot about Rachel Lindsay and Taylor Nolan, and it's surprising. I get a ton of supportive comments, so thank you guys so much for that. But it is surprising the comments that I get from people saying I've got them in every direction. If you're on one side, you don't like what I'm saying, and if you're on the other side, you don't like what I'm saying. And somewhere like 85% of the people in the middle go, all right, I don't necessarily agree with you, but we're close. And that's kind of what the bargain's all about. This is like a storage wars. I'm selling this for 50. You want to buy it for 20? Let's meet at 35. What do you say we make a deal? All right, guys? So if you brought storage wars into this, you can tell the type of TV I watch. It's just storage wars. I'm always like, buy this. You know, get that radiator. It's got nice ornate details. You could sell it at a thing. I digress. All right. Anyone, how domesticated am I? I'm just thinking about yard sales. I grew up with a mom who loved going yard sailing. She'd wake us up at 7 a.m. going, we got a deal on Mulberry Street. No, we didn't, Mom. Now I own a bunch. You know, okay, whatever. So anyway, Rachel Lindsay, it's interesting. It is. A lot of people said she just looks tired and exhausted, and that may be the case. I mean, she's deactivated her account. People said Rachel is tired. Don't blame her. I don't blame her either. The fact that she had to deactivate her Instagram is crazy. Listen, guys, I'm just an outsider, and I've wanted to deactivate my Instagram in my comment section. The only reason I respond to half these comments is because it helps the YouTube algorithm, which helps the channel. And what are we doing here making these videos if we're not trying to expand our platforms? So I share my opinions respectfully. I appreciate others who share theirs. By the way, if you want to leave a voicemail, I'm going to do one video this afternoon playing everybody's voicemails that I can get to. If it blows up, I can't get to every voicemail. 401-213-9828. Leave a voicemail. Share some positivity. Let's move forward. Let's not litigate the past. Let's move forward. So share some positivity. Even if you want to tell me about your own life, I would appreciate whatever it is that you want to share. By the way, I had a video I wanted to share. Let's see if I can find it right now. This is going to have nothing to do with anything else. I posted yesterday that I actually broke my fingernail trying to open a pistachio, and somebody sent me this nice video. Look at, did you guys know this is how you open a pistachio? Again, this is just an aside, but I wanted to share this. This was the most informative thing anyone has ever sent me. This is the MacGyver of pistachio openings. Using a pistachio to open a pistachio. I feel like this is like when an ant can carry more than its body weight. That's what this is right here. How does that work? Anyway, let's move back. So quick PSA. I'll say this PSA, then I'll get out of here. PSA, Rachel never asked for Chris to be canceled. Rachel also never asked for Rachel K to be canceled. She simply wanted accountability and action. White people, please listen to Rachel's past and present words carefully and don't lump them together with others like Taylor Nolan and rightful outrage from the public. So the idea here is less like trigger words like cancel culture, this and that. It's about dialogue. It's about having a dialogue. If you want to check out my earlier video today, I played a video from Dr. Kirk Honda. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Dr. Kirk Honda, who has Psychology in Seattle, which is an amazing YouTube channel. Yeah, Dr. Kirk Honda. And he was Taylor Nolan's mentor, and he talks about how one can grow up as an oppressed person and then become an oppressor. And I kind of took it as like a bully who is someone who got bullied themselves. So you take a lot of the internalized racism, internalized hate, and you kind of shift it onto others. And we have a piece of that inside of all of us. So if the goal in life is to live an authentic, just happy, kind of like it's just spiritually happy existence, which I think we all want, to just get rid of that shame, that guilt, that anger, whatever our parent, I always say untangling the Christmas lights. We just want to untangle the Christmas lights, guys. And if that's the goal, then this is the type of dialogue we should expect, and we should praise Rachel Lindsay for being the person that pokes at issues as she sees them, understanding that life's not perfect. But she said something very interesting. She goes, this is bigger than reality TV. And she's right. This is bigger than reality TV. This is about me and you, our brothers and sisters, the people we see out at sporting events, co-workers. It's about everyone understanding and appreciating each other on an equal playing field. And I think at the bare minimum, that's what we should be asking for. Leave a voicemail. Let me know what you guys think. 401-213-9828. That goes to a Google voicemail number. Make it quick, please. Under 45 seconds. I appreciate that so much because we go through a lot of them. And I've got a couple more videos today. I got a video about James McCoy. What's his name? James? That's not it. What's James McCoy? How do you say this guy's name? I know people are going to say, I don't want you to promote this guy. Look, James McCoy Taylor is, he picked up a Bachelor alumni as his lawyer, and he's planning on suing for defamation. He brings Ben Higgins into all of it. It is a story, folks. It is a story for a Friday afternoon. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, like this. And if you want to join the mailing list, I have a link in the comment section, and that helps. I'm going to send all my new merchandise out to everyone if they want to take a look at all that. So join the mailing list for that and for future stand-up shows. And for all else, I'll see you later this afternoon. Everyone, have a good one.